So, Ekta, with so many years of experience in the industry, what do you feel is the vision for the future? One is the vision that you have for your own firm, and in general, the vision for the design industry. So, what do you have to say, and what are your thoughts on that?
It's a very interesting question. I'll answer it in two parts. I'll answer my vision later. But as an architect, it's very strange when I think back on history of architecture. If you go to the pre-independence era, you will have a list of almost 100 to 200 buildings which you can call as your heritage, which to date are our heritage. But you consider the post-independence era, I don't see more than 10 structures or maybe 15. I could really count them on my fingertips, wherein a tourist will actually pay money to come and see the structure, in our country. Today, Europe, Japan, wherever you go abroad, you have something to see according to their heritage and something which they have a vision for their future. Like Dubai, it's coming up tremendously. We are Indians, we actually go to Dubai to see architecture, to see their buildings, the marvels, what they have created without the regular beam columns, with a lot of new technology which they've gotten. I don't see that in our country at all. So, sometimes when I contemplate, I feel that, in Pune at the PMC level, tell me, when we submit our drawings to PMC, nobody is bothered about the elevation of the building. All they bother about is the plan, your area calculations. Nobody has come back to us to say, कि अच्छा Mr. Architect, Mrs. Architect, ये building दिखेगा कैसे?
Yeah.
दिखेगा कैसे? So in a way, what are we actually contributing to the entire skyline of our city or country overall? So that's, I feel, as architects, we all should have a vision to create something which could be, I would say, in lack of simpler words, people can actually pay to see your structure. That structure is something which will be an architectural marvel. If you consider our city, our riverfront, it's so badly kept. Of course, there have been riverfront projects coming up in Ahmedabad and all, which we could take as a case study. And I think that, if the authorities are willing to work with architects like me who have a vision, why not create the entire Mulla Mutha as a waterway in the city? You see, it'll solve a lot of our traffic problems as well. It connects to even the most congested areas, the pate areas of the city, which right now you can access only by your PMT buses or maybe autos. No metro goes to those dense areas, but the river crosses that. So it could be a big waterway. So I feel that at a national level, architects should be involved in the development of the city or the nation, for architects who are passionate about that.
Yes.
I was very driven for, Pune city, Pate area development and all of this during my early years of my career or even as a student. But when we started practicing, I don't see anybody really working towards it. Probably they have like NGOs or they have forums where they can discuss this. But I don't see anything really, happening to carry forward those things. So I think that vision, if somebody can, because me alone or you and I alone cannot change that.
Right.
It has to be an entire system put into place to actually get that into, motion. So I feel that I really want as a vision for the city and the country as an architect. And my vision for my professional growth has always been to deliver structures or even design at whatever level I do to make it to a global level. So I feel that globally acclaimed projects, because most of the talent which is there abroad, they really value the design details, which I feel there's a big lack in our industry in the country. Today, like we spoke about that talent or a person who's mastered it.
Yeah.
I'll give you a small example. It was my final year of college, and the thesis presentation I was doing to a big jury of architects who are now known as masters. And Suhani, you will not believe, year 2000, when there was no multiplex in Pune, only Delhi had the first multiplex. That was the time, that was my thesis project, a very futuristic approach for Pune city. And the site was really apt for Pune city. The structure which I had designed was a parametric structure in glass. Okay, so 20 years back, I had this vision for a structure to be coming up in Pune, or the alternative site was outskirts of Bombay. And that project was ridiculed to the core by the master architects. So that day I understood that, only your passion can drive you. Nobody else can drive what you really want to do. So I feel this is, something which I really carry forward in my life, is that you have to turn your challenges to opportunities.
Very beautiful, very well said.